Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. So today we will do something from Tim Visual Chefs or so. And I got a question if I can show here this sliding here, just the sliding and the falling in the hole here. And this is what I want to show you today. And yeah, so I made something for a preview tutorial, so I tested it and came out with something like this here. And then you see things comes down and falls in the hole. Then I got complaints when you see here the blanket before it falls down. Okay, then I made another one. This is more down here in the comments where you don't see this, and I got some complaints here. Yeah, this doesn't look real, and it would fall differently in the hole if it would be real. This is not real, and this is what I want to say. This has nothing to do with the real animation. This is a loop animation, an artificial loop animation, and it has nothing to do with reality. So, but some people here that don't get it, I think. If you want to read the comments here, I don't want to show it here. Just go on Facebook to Cinema 4D Lounge and you can read the comments here and think your own part of this. I don't want to comment it any longer. And yeah, but this is how I did it. And yeah, I don't think this looks quite real here, but what else? Doesn't matter. And then I have another serious thing. I have something that really makes me thinking if I stop with free tutorials and just make it for patrons. Because when you get something like this here, maybe someone finds it funny or but if you let's go to 100% here. Get a donation for 1 cent and to get out this one. What child is for what? Why? And this is not funny. This is just respectless. If you ask me, but what this I don't know. It makes me speechless. And I got in the last half year, I think I got maybe €15 donation. 15. Not 15 in the last 6 months, and then it comes something like this, you know, and this makes me really thinking if I stop with these free tutorials and do it for patrons only or sell my tutorials or whatever. But now I to try it some more months longer now, but we will see what the future brings. But this is not necessary, something like this. So okay, and here again, this is what I did. And I know it doesn't look real, but you see here now it's nothing that we don't see the blanket before it falls down. And we don't do this whole thing here. I don't want to reply this whole thing here. Just show you the sliding and the falling in the hole, and hope you show me then what you come out. Okay, so let's start now. Enough seriosity. I don't know. Okay, now let's start. We start to build the slide, and I want to make a square render, so I do it like I do it most of the time. Go to 720 here. So nice. And now for the slide, I want to do it with grid here. And in my grid, I go in the side view, and let's say 5 centimeter. That means every one of this, I have here the grid spacing. Every one of this square here is 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter. And I make now, go to the spline pen, go to the enable snap, work plane, and grid point snap. And here I make now from here only from the center. Make one, check, check, check. Okay, that's it. More I don't need. Disable the snapping, and I don't need the grid anymore. And have here my slide. Okay, it doesn't look like a slide now, but let's select these 2 points here. Right click and create out, no, not create, outline chamfer, and chamfer until it's no more possible. So we have a nice slide here. Okay, next thing is I go in the front view here, select my spline, E for the move tool, and control drag, so I copy this spline, control drag it to the side and hold my shift key, so I drag with increments of 5 in my case, default is 10. So okay, 100 in this side, and I go to the original spline again, do the same the other side, control, drag and shift, 100, so okay. Now I have here, these two splines are for my slide, and this middle spline is the path for our blanket later on, where the blanket goes along. Good. I name this path, and now I need a loft here, and put these two splines in a loft, and I have a nice slide here, exactly how I like it. Could try to make this maybe uniform, but it doesn't change. I thought that it wouldn't change, but it doesn't matter. We could give it here less, but it's okay with 30, even more, so we don't need a subdivision surface, but let's it with 30 now. Maybe organic, but this won't do anything. Yeah, good so far. And I want some thickness for our slide, of course, so I go to the loft and take the pi extrude generator. You will find the link in the description. It's a generator, newer generator from Maxon. You can download it on Maxon's site for free. And alt click, so is the loft selected, alt click on it, so, and I get some thickness here, so I extrude it, but I want it in the other direction, so go to -5 because, and I want caps, because -5, because the path is on top now here, the path spline. You see this shading is weird, so I go to my loft shading phone here and activate it. And I want some round edges, so some bevel, so I go to my pi extrude generator and alt G to bring it in a null. So this is our slide. And with the slide selected, I go to deformers, shift click on the bevel deformer. In my case, I have here the default one and 3 subdivisions here. You see, we have round edges here. This is exactly what we want. We have our slide. So let's save this. Save it on the slide dot. I should have something like this, slide dot here. Yes, bye bye. And now we need a blanket. The blanket, I take plane. We have here 200, a size of 200 here in the white. So I make here, let's say 180 by 180. The subdivisions should be fine for the moment. And I want some thickness here. For the thickness here, I take the cloth surface. So plane selected, alt click on cloth surface. And in the cloth surface, I want a thickness of -1 maybe. It's the wrong direction. So 2 looks nice, maybe 3. Like 2. And I give it maybe 1 subdivision here. Nice. And now I want to slide along this along this slide. So I go to my plane and go to my spline wrapper. Shift click on it, so we have here the spline wrapper, and for this we have the path here, the path spline. The spline wrapper, and drag this path spline in the spline here. You see, okay, there is something wrong. If this is like this, so I go to my spline wrap here, and we could try it here with the axis, but here I think this won't help here in any case. I see that doesn't help. What helps is go to the spline wrap, R for rotation, and rotate it 90 degrees. check. And now let's change the axis here. And you see, okay, this is what I want, but I wanted, let's say, minus y, plus y. Makes no change. Okay, so I want to see the cloth here, then I go to the -2, and now we are on top of our slide. And if we play now with the offset of the slide of the spline wrapper, you see we get something like this. But let's say here -y, and play with the offset. Oh, it's the same. Okay, doesn't matter. Good. And we can go, of course, over under this null 0%. So you see, we can go along like this. Zips, zips. But what I did in my test animation, I've seen this edge too, and I want to slide along this edge too. So maybe we see it in. This is a quite bad resolution here, because I downloaded it again from Facebook, and this has 180 kilobytes or something. But we should see it. You see, I go here over the edge too. Almost real. Okay, so this is then to do now, and then okay. Let's try it. This is a little not hard to do, but let's hide something. Let's hide our cloth for the moment. Let's hide this, not a slide I want. Let's hide this spline wrapper. So go to my path spline here, point mode, and I take this point here and just drag it in this direction. So it doesn't matter how far it is, we can do later. And now I want 2 cuts here. So KK for the knife tool, and a line cut here. We cut somewhere like here and somewhere like here. So, and now I take this point and this point, and first let's make a floor. We need a floor anyway. So I go to the disk here, and this is disk. Go in object mode and -5. This was this by extruder is 5, so -5 is the okay. Make this bigger here, something like that. And now I want to go to my path here, point mode, this one and this one, and drag it down to the floor. Something like that. It does not have to be exactly, we don't see it. Okay, and here, right click and chamfer a little bit. Let's do it like that. Then E, and I drag this a little. So we should be able to go down here, maybe. Something like that. And now let's see how this looks with our spline wrapper. Clothing, see, yeah, you see. We go down here now. Just wing. Maybe we want it a little closer here. Take this point here and this point maybe drag it more to here. Just this point. No, it's a little playing, so can do it however you want. Can do it more exact, but this is just for the tutorial. And I think something like this should be okay. And of course we can subdivide our plane a little bit more, so let's say 50-50, and now it looks much better, you see. Okay, good. We have this problem here, what is not really a problem, but just let's play a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. This point, and if I want to select just this tangent here, I go to the move tool and go out the tangent, and so I can change just the tangent. You see, we can do here. I think it should be okay here. Yeah, this is okay. And now in the spline wrapper, I don't want to fit the spline, I keep the length, so I have to, this is correct now, and this looks quite nice. So zips, maybe, let's see if we can change the bars a little easier. As I said, we can change this here. Okay, the problem here is, you see, we are not straight here, so let's make this from the side, not from the, so we can be sure that it is from the sides. Good. Then let's see. Oopsie. This one. Bring the whole thing down to here. Go to the move tool, and I want to move just the tangent, and if you don't get the tangent here because of the axis here, hit Alt D, that hides the axis for the moment, and now we can go to our tangent here and make this a little smoother, so this should look nice, and then again Alt D, and we have our axis back, and now it should look better. Let's see if we like it or not. Zip. Yeah, this looks now better. This is how I like it. Okay, good. This is the first part here. So, but I want to work here. So 100 here. This is okay, and we have here, this is okay too, we can make this later. Now let's make this hole, and for the hole I use the floor, and so I take my disc and drag it, just want to have here a hole somewhere. Let's make some more segments here. Oops, this is the, let's see, I don't know, so something, no, this should work here. Let's see how. What I do now is I make here I could make here a slider for this, so I don't have to go every time back to my spline wrapper here. But let's see, so 100, maybe a little small, maybe a little bigger. Go to the radius here. So this could be okay. So I want to make a hole here long. So now I make my disk editable. So hit C on the keyboard, editable. And so now I know how far we have to go with this. Right. I wanna go further. It's a little big, this whole thing, I think. Let's make the blanket a little smaller. We have here everything parametric, so we have no problems to make it smaller. I think this looks better. This is already quite nice. Here we are almost centered, so if I go to my path here, point mode, and here's the last point of the path, and when I drag this one, you see, because we are have an offset of 0 now, or of 100, I think, not 0, and no, offset of 0, okay, I can play with the path and the blanket follows. And I want that the blanket is not exactly, but almost centered over this hole here. This is exactly what I want. And so now it's fine. And when I go to my spline right now, I'm on 0, and when I go to 100, it should start exactly here on our. It's totally okay, and save it. And now I can make an expressor slider here, a little one, so we don't have to go every time back to this spline wrap. So let's make just a very, very simple thing. So I go to the plane, on the plane I make a expressor tag. Oh, this will be a quite really, really easy one. I need a spline wrapper here. And what I need in the spline wrapper is just the offset, and drag it in here. And the next one is on the plane. I go to my user data, manage user data. Whoops, on the other monitor, of course. First I add the groups and say offset. Okay. And now I added data. And the data is offset to offset offset. So I have a new keyboard here, and I'm not really used to at the moment. I'm not really used to the flat keys. Where I have higher keys, but this is a really great keyboard from a Logic keyboard. I make a review for this, and it is on my Facebook site. You will see it. I have some photos on there, but I will make a review for this. This is a Maxon keyboard, so I want to show you this. This is great. So let's go. It's just a second here to my Nikomedia site, and come on, it's just slow. Here, this is the Logic keyboard, and let's go through. And this is the real Maxon keyboard. So you see Maxon Cinema 4D, and it has the shortcuts on it. So it's very easy to remember the shortcuts. And I found some shortcuts I even didn't know the shortcuts, and I found it through this keyboard. So this is a very nice keyboard, and I make a review of it. And yeah, and I use it with a protection skin, and so it's backlit. You see it here. So, but there will be a review for it. So Okay, this was beside. So offset and 0 to 100 is okay. Default should be 100 here. We will go from 100 to 0. Okay. Now we have here on the plane a new offset tab with the offset here. And I need now the plane in here, because on the plane is the user data. And here I just drag from the plane the user data, I drag in here. And now just connect these two, so everything what happens here in this slider will happen in the spline wrap itself. So I have 100%. I want here a slider to manage the user data and come back. So float slider, so that looks nicer. So it's better to animate. Okay. And when I animate this, you see now we can animate this like that. And this offset slider I can drag just in my viewport here. With control and drag, you can drag it here in the viewport. I show it always, then I see in the display I don't want to, so I have just the object here, and now I can just simply turn it here. It doesn't matter where am I, so I can, every time I can go to the slider and animate the slider and play with the slider. So this is much easier to do now. See, this is 1 minute, not even 1 minute to make a small espresso, but this is a big help. So yeah, this is this one. So when we animate this, we could okay, let's make the hole. It's already made editable, and I delete this point here. Boing. No, go back. I want to delete just this one point here. So delete. What's wrong? Why can't delete this one point? Delete. No, now it's okay. Maybe you have to sing it. Delete, then it works. The next thing is I go to UL. UL. I want to make some this here. Let's see. I want to make some frame here or something like that. So close it. And so I select this one, MO for the slide tool, and now I hold my control key and drag this. Obviously, I can copy this edge here, and let's say I want it like this. Okay, that's nice. Then again UL. So, and E for the move tool and control on your keyboard and drag just this down here. And we have a nice hole. What we want, well, we will give this thing maybe in a subdivision surface later. Yeah, we will give this in a subdivision surface, so we can make one thing here. UL and make MS for bevel and make here nice small bevel. Let's see, really small one, so I want a quite sharp edge here, so this should be okay. Let's see, 1.5, but I want a solid chamfer, and this should be fine. When I put this now in a subdivision surface, we have a nice hole here, an eye for the isopalms. And I want here something too, so that it looks separated. But this whole everything is a little too big. Like I didn't do that. It's okay, but yeah, you can do it by yourself then later. But then you know the people then when they see, oh come on. Here it should fall down already, not only when it's here. Okay, imagine this is maybe something like zero gravity thing. What no, then it wouldn't slide because this is not real. But we do it like this. It goes over and then it's it's like a vacuum or something else, whoop, sucks down, and that's it. So I know it should fall down from here for all people to. So, but I'm not sure if we make this hole smaller. I make this hole smaller. This is not really a hard thing to do. So go to here, UL. I take this one, this one, this one, and UL here too. And T for scale, and we want to scale just in X and Z direction. So I could go to my Y direction and hold the Shift key, then you see the other thing. Or we go on this small triangle here and we bring it down a little bit, so something like that. Good so far. Then I need this smaller too, UL, T for scale, so something like that. Okay, now I want here a edge selection, so I control click on edge select. You see it converts the point selection to the edge conversion. Then MS for bevel, make a small bevel here, something like that. Okay, shift click, control click on the polygon selection. Now we have the polygon selection here. D for extrude and extrude it down a little bit, so something like that. And I make some subdivisions, so for the subdivision surface then we don't have to bevel or something. Let's say 3 subdivisions, and let's see how this looks with the subdivision surface. See, we have a nice separation here. Okay, good, save it. We have our hole. And now if we drag this here and suck down. Okay, I think we can be happy with this. It's centered here, this is okay. And now let's make this dynamic thing. It will be somehow dynamic, so this is not only thing. Yeah, we can't use this one as long as it is on the spline. We can't use it as cloth, so when I make here a cloth thing, let's go to, I just want to show you, go to rigid, come on, yeah. Today I am a little confused, I don't know why. Simulation text, cloth, okay. And get down to the side, and if I hit play now, nothing happens. It should fall down, but it doesn't, because it's on the spline wrapper. It should work if I say to the spline wrapper no, and this is nothing to. Why does it fall down? Ah, it can't fall down because for the cloth you need to convert it. So go to the plane and hit C on the keyboard. Now, what is this? Last one. But now I play and you see it. Now it does something. And it works quite well, but it does not what I want, but it does something. So what I need now is on the disk, I need a cloth collider, of course. As this disk is our floor. We need a cloth collider. So let's name this floor so that we know what we do. Okay, let's see what we get. And now I deactivate the spline wrapper. And let's see what it does. You see, with the deactivated spline wrapper, it works almost correct. And with the spline wrapper, not, because the spline wrapper is active. So what we cannot animate this here, let's say, and then deactivate the spline wrapper, because when I go say I animate it from here to here, and then I deactivate the spline wrapper and activate the cloth. So, but because when I deactivate the spline wrapper, you see what happens. Of course, we could bring this on the same position and everything, but it's easier. I did it like I just changed the two things. So I'm here on this position, and here I want that the cloth starts later on. So no, at the moment I don't need it, and I want now a plane exactly at this position. This plane exactly at this position. What I do is I go to my thing, and here on the cloth surface, on this position, the cloth surface, I say current state to object. I have it here in my thing, or you right click and current state to object. Somewhere else here, okay. Now I have here my blanket. This is my blanket. We should name it here too, so I don't need this here anymore. Name it here blanket. Blanket. And this here is the blanket dynamic. 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 Okay, save. I don't need here an express, so check this. So, and so we have this exactly on this position here. And now at this moment I want just to hide this blanket and unhide this blanket, and until this animation here, this blanket is hidden, and then we just change this. We could do it here with two, but this is more work than this. So means from, let's make here some more frames, let's say 200 frames. Okay, and go back with the spline wrap here. So you see we have here our dynamic blanket. Hide it for the moment. And now let's say we want from here to here, let's say 50. So here we record the keyframe, then go to 50 frames and drag it down, and record the other keyframe. So when I play now, okay, the speed is quite nice. This is okay for me. So that means we have here the blanket, and let's here now we have to go to basic, visible in editor and visible in render. So we are visible here. Okay, this is the normal blanket. So I have to record, and now I go to frame 50. And here I say not default, I want off and record it. So that means at 50 we shouldn't see anything. See? And here the blanket, we have disabled it now. You see it's off, we record it and go to frame 50. And now we say it's visible, and default or visible, and set it on to on here. Check. So now we see this, and at 50, you see you don't see that they changed, but we have still this, and this we can make dynamic. Huh? So rigid body. What would be not rigid body? Cloth. And the cloth. So the cloth shouldn't start automatically. It should start at 50. Simply 50 and go to 200 should be okay. Iterations 10, so we have more subframes, more than less, so we have a nicer animation. This is all nice, this is all nice. Friction is maybe too much, but we will see it later. We have a good gravity here. And yeah, let's save this for the moment. And what I want is with Control D, I go to my project settings. And in the dynamic settings expert, I go up with the substance. This makes it more accurate too. And let's see what we get now. Boom. And okay, we have to change something in the cloth thing. But it works like I wanted. Good, so let's play with the cloth settings. So, what do we have here? Stiffness is okay, wait. I think it was here to... The bounce is okay, for, I want almost no friction, so... Say 5 here, and for the collider, the same. Bounce 10 and friction 5. And yeah, let's see what it does. Maybe we should cache it later on, so just wanna see. It should go down here, and it does it. Okay, nice. It is as though I should have gone with the current state to object. It would be, but as you see, it works great. It would be better, the current state to object, I did it with the cloth surface. If I make current state to object with the blanket only, and give it then in a blanket, in a cloth surface too, in the same cloth surface, I can deactivate the cloth surface during the animation, so I can I have less subdivisions and everything, and it works faster. But it's okay for me now, so I want to try to cache this and see if we have a better preview, or we could make a simple animation here. If only thing what I've seen is I want here in the forces the drag to 10, so it goes a little not so crumbly, it's a little slower. And what I do, I will make a hardware render, so we should see this everything a little better. So, and with NA, I can hide everything here. Let's bring in some. Let's bring in some SSAO. So we have a little ambient occlusion here. Okay, I don't want to see the axis here, the word axis, so, and I don't want to see the path spline. Okay, so far so good. And I make a hardware render, and then we will see how this looks. So I'm back in a second. Okay, so far so good. Let's see what we get here. This is this, and whoops. Okay, we have to set up something, but it looks not bad so far. Maybe more gravity, so it sucks down faster. And more stiffness, maybe. Well, let's see what we can do. So, NB to bring back the things here. And I think I will do this current state to object use. So, as I said, I do it just with the blanket. So I go to here. So, blanket, current state to object. So, and if I go back now, I have here the blanket, and now I give it in a cloth surface. The cloth surface I had here with what's up then, -2. -2, and I don't want to make some I don't want to have some subdivisions here. This is enough because we can put this one later in a subdivision surface and give it 1 or 2 things for, but for the moment it should be okay. So you have to do here the same now. We hide this and we say here it's off at 0, it's frame 0, and at frame 50 we are on. So okay, nice. And we need here, of course, now the closed surface, reach it, so close. And again, so let's see, iterations 10 is okay. Maybe a little less stiffness here. Or let's see, fraction to 50, bounce to 5, friction to 5. That's good so far. Forces drag to 10. I want 10, but maybe I give you a little more. Let's say minus 30, something like that. Let's see if we see this now. I should have given the blanket plane less subdivisions too, so with 20 it would be okay, and do everything later, but it's okay now. So, this should come back here at 50. Why does it? It's on now, yeah. But why does it disappear? Okay, here it works. That looks quite nice now with these settings. With more gravity. I see it looks better. With G you can go 1 frame forward, and with F you can go 1 frame back. But 1 frame back in the dynamics works just when you have cached animation, of course. For the path it would be it's okay with 1 back. But why it shows not up at 50 here? So let's see what's wrong here. In the animation, this is okay, but it disappeared then somehow. You see, it's away, and here it's away too now. Let's make it go to 50. It's on. It's okay, it should be on. But not in the animation. Something went wrong here. Well, let's see how it looks in the hardware render. Dun, 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 dun. And that's okay. Nice. Here we have this nice over the edge thing here. And now it disappears. Yeah, it disappears. But not in our animation. Let's delete this 2 keyframes, go back to 50. Try it again. So we don't want to see anything here. So it's off and bring it back. Okay. Now let's go to frame 50. And here we want it visible. So make it default. Okay. Okay. And now when I go back, I have this. This is here back is okay because we have just this path animation. Okay, go forward. And the fly 50. 50 is but here is something wrong. Let's delete the close stack again and do this first with the frame 50. You see the blanket? This is great. Here is nothing, I have nothing here, and it does anything. Bye bye blanket. Frame 50. Blanket here. Current state object. Bring it into here. We are on frame 50. Here we should be visible. Let's go first to the frame 0. We should be invisible. This is okay. Off, and then frame 50. We should be visible. Okay. Let's see if it works now. Of course, we have no. I know what was wrong. In the new thing, I forgot something. I forgot in the close stack. I forgot this auto. I forgot we start at 50 and 200. This I forgot. 10 here. Let's see, 50. 5. Forces -30, drag 10, good, save. Let's see what's happened now. Tuk. Now it looks good. And goes fast down, this is nice too. And what I did in my original one, so in my thing, so let's see, what do I, let's make this so, don't need this to delete it. I'm a little faster. It deletes just the thing. So what I did here, maybe you see it here, I have a little rotation when it sucks down. I have a little rotation in this, and this rotation we want to make 2. So this is not so hard to do. We have here in the simulation and particles the rotation. We know it maybe, you know it maybe from the golden smoke tutorial, the rotation. And let's see what it does. And I want the rotation to angle speed 20 could be okay. I don't want to have it enabled at 0. I just want to have it enabled on frame 50. 50. And now enable it. Okay. And let's see what it does now. We go. Okay, the rotation does anything, does something, but it is in the wrong direction. I think it goes something like this. So rotation, and I want the rotation here centered under the blanket. So I bring it under the blanket and say reset PSR. Now normally I should have it under the blanket, the rotation. If it's true, I don't know, but we will see it. So, and the rotation now, it should be under the, let's disable the animation of the rotation. And again, go back to reset PSR. It should be under the blanket. I'm not really sure why the axis is here. Maybe the blanket has the axis on the wrong thing. Go to the blanket and center axis. This This is nothing. Yeah, of course the axis is not, the blanket is on the wrong thing. Let's go to frame 50. So now blanket, center axis. Now we are centered here. The rotation, we set PSR, is now in the axis. And now I put everything here down, and so maybe this works now. Let's see if we're right. But what I said is the rotation, it rotates in here and here. So and this means when it's R, it should work correct when I drag it 90 degrees like this. We will see. I'm not sure that it does the correct thing, but I don't think so. It looks good, but I don't think it was the correct. Let's try it in this direction. Now it's okay. I think this is the direction I wanted. But it's much too strong. So, 5 should be okay here. Zips. Like in the toilet now. Yeah, this is how I like it. And that's it. That's it, more than less. And I don't think that I have to do now that this whole thing here with this is just a box as you see it, and nothing else. This is just a little playing. So, and here I really would appreciate if you show me your ideas, what you do with these things. We can do a little bit, but for what this is, we have. Oh, it's 1 hour now. But let's do something. So I want to put the blanket here in a subdivision surface because I want here these round edges, because we don't have it. As you see here, we have hard edges, as I don't want this subdivision surface, and I think 2 would be enough, yeah? Even maybe 1. 2 is okay. 2 in the here and 2 here. 2 here, 2. So this is the blanket dynamic. Oh. Yes, I have to. I'm not used to do. I have to work some days with this new keyboard, but it's great. It's really good quality, and it's heavy, and I like a heavy keyboard, so it does not move around the desk, and it's really nice. It has a nice keystroke and everything, and of course for a Cinema 4D nerd, it's a must-have. This is it looks great on the desk. So this is. But as I said, I will make a small review for it. But for this, I need to use it more days, because I have it now 2 days. So and this is too less to say how I can work with it. I like it until now, but I have to to work more with it. Dynamic. Okay, so save. And I want to put this, of course, in a subdivision surface with 2x2. And copy this, paste here, copy this, paste it here, so save. And let's make a nice hardware render here. I think we'll continue a little bit. I have a little time, so why not? So let's make then a little nicer render. But now let's see what we get here. With the subdivision surface, we should get a nice smooth thing here. NA, okay, and E, okay, and hardware render. The hardware render is nothing else than you see hardware OpenGL is renderer, and the hardware OpenGL I have just enhanced OpenGL, and the SSO I forgot. You see, so I can put away the reflections. I don't have any reflections here. And anti-aliasing I have it, and output the same, all frames here, and be aware this important thing is here you have to have the same frame rate like in your project settings. So with Control D, go in your project settings here, and you have here 50 frames per second, and this has to be the same like here. Otherwise, you see now we have here from 0 to 200 the frames, so 200 frames. If I change it here to 30, you see to change everything, and so we don't have the same frame rate here. So this is a very important thing. So okay, Control R. Let's see how fast this works. So patch, boom. This needs a little bit. So it renders. It goes quite fast with the animation too. Okay. Whoops. This looks nice here on the edge, you see. But this is, I don't like the, you see that this waves here. So let's see if we can bring the waves out a little bit. With the gravity of 15 and with the drag of 15. This is okay. Stiffness is okay. Well, this is okay. The cloth is not the best in cinema for the we only know this, but for this it's okay. Maybe it would work with soft body dynamics too, but here I think the cloth is okay here. Yeah, we have nothing to do here. Self-collision, yes. I don't think that this works. Oh, we will see. Let's see. Yes. Because we had here some intersections, and let's see if the self-collision does anything. With the drag, it is a little, but you see this it does not really work nice. I think we have too much rotation on it too. So let's go here. 2.5. But here you can play with everything. Sampling maybe 5. Don't know. I don't do much with the cross. So stiffness. Okay, let's say this is okay, and let's make something like a box. And we don't have to do something like this. Yeah, I don't think it's really necessary to texture this, because there is nothing much to do. Very simple textures, and yeah, I think we don't have to texture. If you, well, let's do it like this. If you want that I textured it, but I really would not know what to texture here. So let's make maybe a box here and bring it in a box. No, that is not necessary. If you want that so let's hide, this is the rotation here, so let's hide this too. If you want that I texture it, please tell me in the comments and I will make a textured version then. But I don't think it's necessary, but for the preview picture we should do something for the preview picture. So, okay. So be aware if you now want to change the size of the floor. This is now in B. You can change just with T for scale now, because then you change the hole here with it. So be careful and go to UL and just drag the outer one here. Now T for scale and scale just the outside here. If you want to make it bigger, so something like that. Okay, that doesn't matter. If you want the same here, the same spaces, just do it in steps. This is bigger. This transition, you know what I mean. Or UB and MF for edge cut, and say here, let's make 3 subdivisions, no n-gons, and apply. Maybe again 1 subdivision. No, go back and make here 5 subdivisions and apply. So something like that. You know what to do here. 10 would be okay, I think, but it's okay. We don't see it later. And yeah, make 2 planes. So NH to come out of this isopalm view, but I want to see this plane in isopalms, so I go to my blanket here and go to display tech. Whoops, and lines, isopalms. So yeah, this is better for me. It looks nicer and okay. So we have now here the plane. This is one wall. Whoopee. 90 degrees. And bring it side here. So something like that. Make it a little. So R control rotate. So I make a copy of it and hold my shift key 90 degrees. Yeah, so I have a wall here. Looks great. So, and here, what can we do? A box or something else? Or yeah, let's make a wall too. So why not take this wall here? This one. And control drag it up, so here. Okay, so we don't need the wall behind, of course. Oh man, it's not my day. So, and we need some thing here that comes through. So this is okay. And let's go to frame 3. So we need some hoop here. So make the plane editable here. Okay. C on the keyboard and so I for inner extrude. Something like that. Okay, let's hide the slide for the moment here. Okay. Go back to my plane here. This is just a plane now, so it's nothing special here now. We just play a little around. Don't think that I have to say lots of here. But anyway, every time if you have some questions, please just write in the comments, write me an email, write me on Facebook, smoke signs, whatever, and I will answer. So if if it takes a little longer, so please don't be angry, but I do my best to answer as fast as possible. So something like that. Very nice. Now go to hide the blanket for the moment. Control drag down here. And let's make here bevel UL MS to bevel it a little bit. Let's see, a bevel of 0.5 and 3 subdivisions. Or even a 3 should be enough. A nice bevel here. Make maybe uniform bevel. Does not matter here, isn't it? Okay. So now bring everything back. Blanket, slide, and you see, looks nice. And if we bring this now, we have to be careful with this. So we don't want to see the blanket here inside before it disappears here. So let's see when we go through here now. Let's go six down here. I should have deactivated here. Let's go back here. Let's try to cache this. Maybe it brings us some speed. Calculate cache. I'm back when it's calculated. So let's see if this brings something. It needed, I don't know, not even 1 minute to cache. So yeah, of course it's okay. We don't see anything, and it starts from the file. Okay, that's it, exactly what we want. We see nothing, and now it comes from here. Udung. Okay. Maybe 150 frames are enough here. So let's go to 150. And cache it again. Calculate cache. You see it caches quite fast. But I stop it anyway. So I'm back and let's see. Whoops. Bye bye. And come back. Yeah, that's it, what we want. Whoops. Okay, great. Save it. And now let's just texture it a little bit. So I take these two planes and bring it a little up here. So, oh no, no. No, not up here. So, okay. That was not a good idea. So I double click on this one edge here and bring this one up. So and control drag it up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So something like that. And this one I can bring up. This has no slit or whatever this is. So something like that. Good. And now yeah, let's bring something. I make some very nice. So I start without my presets here, so because people want it, so from scratch. I did my thing. I did in Octane because just for the speed, for the animation speed. But yeah, here we do it with the physical. Make just some very simple colors. Let's say here something like whoopsie, some pastel colors or something else, with a little reflectance. So I have here GGX, but I take for this Backman. It's more plasticky. The electric and pet with quiet rough here, so 30, and go down to 70 here, so something like that. Bring it here on the wall and here on the wall. Okay. Then well, maybe I can bring it on the floor too, but first on the floor, what I want to do is I want to separate this here, of course. So I go to here and press in the polygon mode UL, and I do it until I'll make this gold, and then this let's see, I press this UL and then UF for fill selection. Hold my shift key and go over it, so everything here is selected too in this thing. And make a selection, set selection. I have the set selection here, selection tag now. Set selection, you find it here too under select, and here set selection. Okay, and maybe make a selection for just this deepening, or I don't know how to call it. UL. This one here, and now I say UY. I can grow the selection with UY, 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 UY. You see, UY, UY. Let's see how this looks. Okay, this is one too much. If you can grow the selection with UY, and with UK you shrink the selection. You see now. This is my selection. What I want for. Oops, now I have overwritten it, so so be careful. I go back. Be careful. If you have selected the selection tag here, you overwrite it with the new selection. So I have to go once out and go back to the floor. And now, when it's not selected, now I make another selection tag. Now this is the whatever. Let's call this inside, or the pipe. Yeah, let's call it pipe. And this is ring. Okay, let's see if the pipe is okay. Yes, you see the pipe. But in the pipe I wanna grow this selection. So UY. Okay, and now I want to overwrite it. So I select it, and again I hit set selection. So now it's overwritten. Good, nice. And this is what we want. So for the floor, let's take the same thing. Let's take the mint color for this too. So. And let's see how this looks in the render then. So no, I want it now low GI, but of course I have to light and reflect some. So I take my scene rig again. But in the scene rig I don't need the floor because we have our own floor. So floor on, no, please not. And scene editor of course not too, but this okay. And let's see what we get here. Okay, good so far. Here I want the pipe. I want another texture, so let's make here some black plastic or black metal maybe. I don't need a color. I go to just reflectance. So we have black reflectance. GGX is for metal here for me at least, and I go to conductor, some dark thing maybe. Let's see if dark. I scroll through and we'll see if I find something nice. Magnesium oxide looks great. I think it will be magnesium Oxide. Okay. Whoops. And little rougher. And now make this whole thing a little smaller here, so we have more space here. Go to our, this is the pipe now, so floor, and in the floor I want this pipe selection tag here. Boing. Okay. But we will use later another HDRI, I think, but for the moment it's okay. Let's try here with something different. Whoops. It looks nice with aluminum. Yes. Then of course it's mirrors the color here. That's nice. It looks more pastelly. Okay. For the PU, for the slide, you see here we have on the bevel we have a problem. It's not textured. Oops, oh no, that's not the texture. It's okay. This is okay. I thought this is the bevel, but it is our blanket. This is okay. But first for the slide, no, we don't need a plexiglass because this needs longer to render. So let's make another plastic. Another, maybe white, not totally white, but a little white, like that. Reflectance 15 or so, and put this on the slide here, and then a nice color for a nice texture for the blanket. Yeah, for the blanket, a nice texture. Let's see. I want to use some of my textures I have here, fabric textures. Yeah, for the patrons, there will come soon a texture pack for patrons from €5 and above, and this texture pack will grow every time. So that this is. At the moment, I am on my way, so this is what we have at the moment, so an abstract texture, do have some beer and bread and chocolate and chips, chocolate chips and denim and something else, egg texture, fiberglass, you see. This is what I prepared for now at the moment, but here we have some fabric texture we could use here. The wool texture maybe, and this you will get soon. And you will get at start. You will get some library file, and then there will come each time when I do a new one. You will get a new C4D with just a material inside, and then you can drag just this material to the existing library and just drag it in, and so it grows. So, and this will be for patrons only. And here it would take the wool texture here and put it on our blanket here. And of course on the other blanket too. So let's go to frame 10 or so. And let's see what we get. Maybe the wool texture is a little too dark for this one here. Yeah, let's make it is a very nice texture, but for this it is, maybe we can make it brighter. This diffusion, go away with the diffusion, and we don't need displacement for this here at the moment. Reflectance, and here we have the diffuse material, and here we can make it a little brighter maybe. So okay, this is okay for me. Maybe we don't make a but UV is okay. Why not? It looks nice. So let's go with this. So everything should be fine here. So maybe like this here, and make a camera, Ipsy, right click and protect it. Save, and let's see how this looks here. I make a middle render for this, and let's see how, or let's middle GI, so, and render it without the team render machine. So let's see how fast it renders. And that was the reason, of course, why I made it with my animation with the Octane, because there is one frame in 2 seconds or so. Okay, not bad at all. But of course we have to make it more clear, everything. But for the moment I want to take another HDRI maybe. This is a little boring here. So go my tests, HDRI test. Okay. And here I need just this one, so and go to my Nikomedias Scene Rig and some outdoor maybe. It looks nice, but yeah. You see, if you make some layout like this here, it's very easy to work with the scene rig, just with the HDRIs to test them. And people ask me how to install the maps what comes with the rig. They are not to install, just open it in your Explorer, in Windows Explorer or in the Mac in Finder, and drag it into your content browser. First you make just a new library preset here, and then drag it in. That's all. So where are now my textures? So make another outdoor thing here, and so the 8K textures need a little longer to render, but maybe mostly they have better quality, of course. Not to render, mostly they need longer to load, because you hold it as much to 100. And here we can date it a little bit. This does not look bad. this is too it. Let's find something. This I like too. This is nice, but I want another texture for our slide. Oops, not this one, so nope. Oh yes, I want to stop it. Yes. And I want to stop this here. I go back to my tutorial user layout and let's see. Make another color for this slide here. This is, or make it transparent. But I don't think, and I don't think we need here a fabric cut too. So let's make maybe a leather or something as a white leather. Yeah, make it. That's it. I make a black or a dark slide with a white leather thing we have in the textures, which comes the fabric textures, which will come for the leather, smooth leather white. Let's take this one and replace it here on the blanket here, and replace it on this blanket too. So, and let's see what we get here now. Okay, not bad, but still not what I want. And maybe it's not a good idea with the HDRI, with an real HDRI. Let's see. I go back, Shift F8, and go back to my HDRI collection. Maybe some indoor thing. Let's try an indoor. This one maybe. Okay. This is every time what I need time to light my scene when for my private things and of course for jobs too. But I need 4 times as long as for modeling and everything. I need for lighting and everything. But it is so, and it should be like that because you want a nice lighting and everything. Everybody wants it. And you have to be patient, of course. That's too bad. Now I think this one, I make a better render with this one here, and I go to, I think we have, no we haven't, I will cache this now again, and I want to see how it looks crumbled and with this. So empty cache, it was cached. Okay, let's cache it again. Why not? So calculate cache. I'm back in a second. Ta-da, back. So let's see. Now I can scroll. This is the good one. When you cache something, you can scroll through. But I forgot to make the subdivision surface here. And here it is. Okay. Let's go through. And let's see how this looks. I think this is okay with a nice render now. Now I will do a nice render here, so pause. So, and now we're back, and yeah, we have here you see I changed the blanket a little. So you just do there, and it looks quite nice, I think. So we can really, we have here a nice cloth thing, so everything looks really nice. And yeah, and that's it for this tutorial. The render times here, you see it's a little high, but 2.5 minutes. But I rendered it quite high. It's not necessary in an animation to render so high quality, and you see you don't need ambient occlusion here. So that it would be okay without ambient occlusion too. But for the still render, it's okay. And yeah, that's it for today. And I hope you like this, even if it doesn't look real. And yeah, that's it. And again, guys, please, something like this it's not happy. It's not funny. So leave it, please. So okay. Yeah, and the next tutorial will come early next week, I think. I was a little sick, and we have, but everyone here in Austria is at the moment has some is not healthy. So don't know what's wrong. Yeah, maybe it's the winter. It's time for summer. No, not really. In summer, it's not good for our PCs and Macs. Oh, that doesn't matter. Okay, the next tutorial, I will do something, a modeling thing maybe in the next tutorials again, because I was asked to do when I do again some modeling and not these technical things, and one small thing will come with the fracture, with the Voronoi fracture thing. And yeah, and as I said, I work on the texture pack, and this will come soon for the Patreons. Yeah, but I will introduce the texture pack anyways. And the next thing will be a small review for the new keyboard I have, and yeah. So hopefully see you in the next tutorial. You will find every link you need in the descriptions, as I see it every time. You will find the link to the Pi extruder, what we used here, here, and yeah, Patreons will get the project file too, of course. And yeah, that's it for now. And yeah, I wish you a nice day, nice evening, nice morning, whatever. And yeah, hopefully, I hope to see you, or I hope you watch me in the next tutorial. So, bye bye and have a nice day. Tschüss und Baba.